Hey guys, Holiday Inflatable Fanatic, and today I have a really cool video for you guys because in front of me I have the 2010 Gemmy life-size animated Freddy Krueger animatronic. This prop is really neat, just like all the other licensed props that Gemmy made back in the day. This thing is really well detailed, has so much animation, and looks spot on to the actual character. And he is no exception to those fantastic qualities that I guess, I don't know if you want to call that a lineup or series that Gemmy did back in the day had. Even though it spanned multiple years, wasn't just like a 1 year series type of thing. But this is the 2010 variant of Freddy Krueger that Gemmy made. They made two variants, one based off the original film, like earlier, I think that was like 2005 or something, they produced that prop. And this one they made for 2010. This prop is, I would say in my opinion, definitely way better than the original prop that Gemmy made. Simply because of the animation. This thing is the most animated licensed prop they made back in the day. This thing has a whopping 6 animations. So to have that, pack that all within one standard life-size unit and body is really incredible. But since it has so much animation, the look is obviously great. I mean, he looks exactly like the character. And his face also has just way more detail than the original one has. I mean, don't get me wrong, the original's face looks true to the character that it does from the original movie. And I actually do prefer the look of the original character over the look of the Freddy from the 2010 film. But the way this character looks in relation to how he does in the movie is way more accurate than how the first one, the original model from the original movie, that prop looks to the character in the movie, if that makes sense. Nonetheless, that's my little spiel with that. Let's take a look at this guy. I mean, he looks awesome. Before I get any further, I got this guy off of Chase, my good buddy Chase. Chase the Inflatable God. If you guys don't know him, check out his channel. He posts on GMA now too, if you want to check that out. His videos are great. Chase is one of those collectors. He loves his stuff to be in the utmost pristine and immaculate shape, and he takes pride in his collection, and his collection is by far the best condition, most pristine condition and everything well-kept collection I've really ever seen from any collector so far. So if you're looking for just videos on items that fully work, fully function, and do what they were supposed to do, check out his channel, check out his videos, because he'll show that for you. But yeah, this one is no exception. He works completely fully. All 6 animations work, sound works, has the original box, has everything you could possibly want for this thing. There is nothing wrong with it. It is in immaculate shape. No scratches, tears, literally nothing. So this thing is in pristine shape, and I appreciate it so much for that he was willing to sell this thing to me. But, yeah, I'm showing you guys Freddy, but I was just about to say, let's take a look at the box first, so I'll jump back to Freddy in a moment. But here's the box. You see, it still even has the original spirit tag on it, which is really cool. This is when they marked it on sale, 50 bucks off. Interesting was $280. I know most of the licensed props they did were $250. I guess maybe 2010 they upped up the price by 30 bucks, which makes sense. Spirit still does that to this day. You can see the box. The box art is great, and you can see the prototype animatronic on the box, which is pretty similar to the produced one. I actually can't say that. It's more different than some of the other ones we've seen. Like the hand is completely different. That's the hand sculpt from the original Freddy they made, and they went with a completely new sculpt. He also has like the hunchback, like plastic form for his like shoulders. The head is definitely a lot different. Like the eyes are way more clear, less bloodshot. And the paint job on the actual face too is a lot more different. Even the shape of the face is slightly different as well. There's a lot of little alterations they made. But the produced one still came out great. Like most things, the prototype is better because it's just more detailed and there's typically more that went into it. And because companies love to cut costs and try to make as big of a profit as possible, things end up getting cut last minute on the actual prop, and it just, can take away from the detail. But thankfully, even despite that, this thing still was produced with a lot of detail and a fantastic look. So we'll get into that now. You can see the eyes, just how much detail are in the eyes. I mean, they really look real. And then you have this one, I guess it's a blind eye, but you can still see the shadowing, the painting they did for the actual iris itself. So when he looks left to right, that's one of the animations. His eye movement, you can still tell this one moves because it has that shadowed area for the iris. Has mouth movement, you could just see all the scars on the side. It's really, really creepy. They even did like this little speckle paint on it to almost looks like his pores almost. You can see the wounds he has. Looks like it's all airbrushed on. And the actual just mold for the mask of the head is really, really well done. His hat is pretty standard, but even his hat has like little burn, like nashes on it. You can even see through it in parts. It's supposed to look like it's, burned. It burned through the hat a little bit. But nice, good quality hat, and it fits on him nicely. I know some of them can be a little bit loose on his head, and this one fits nice and snug. His fingers twitch, or twiddle, whatever you want to say, which is a really neat animation. Only prop that has finger movement that Gemmy made for all these licensed characters. He has waist turn movement, head turn movement, and then everything else from waist down is pretty standard. He just has regular black pants, the typical blow-molded shoes, typical black base with the purple button. I will show you this other hand. Detail on this one isn't great, but it's really nothing too crazy. Just kind of lays on the side and you don't pay that much attention to it. But without further ado, let's get into the demo for this thing because it's awesome and it's something you don't want to miss. So let's get started.
How's this for a wet dream? Why are you screaming? I haven't even cut you yet.
One, two, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, grab a crucifix. 7, 8, gonna stay up late. 9, 10, never sleep again.
Ready or not, here I come. Remember me?
Short phrase.
You can't hurt me.
I'll skip past that. He plays it multiple times.
I'm your nightmare. You have nothing to worry about. This won't hurt. One little bit. Your memories are what fuels me.
One, two, fairies coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, grab a crucifix. 7, 8, gonna stay up late. 9, 10, never sleep again.
I believe that was all the phrases. Let me just double check.
Did you know
Yeah.
that after the heart stops beating, the brain keeps functioning for well over 7 minutes? We got 6 more minutes to play.
Such a great phrase. And all the phrases are really good too. Like they're pretty dark, some of the phrases. Love that he has the song. And I like that they play that multiple times throughout the, I guess, series of lines that he has, because that is, at least in my opinion, by far the best line that he goes through when he actually plays the song. But yeah, overall, really great prop. There was something else I was gonna mention. I'm not thinking off the top of my head, forgetting now. But yeah, really cool. You can see all the animation. The eye movement is really neat because it's just like all the other characters. It's one of those unnecessary movements that they added in, and especially on him, it's a little harder. It's especially hard to tell that they're moving since the one eye is so dark and the other one is so light that it's a little hard to sense the movement. But when you do realize that they're actually moving, it adds that just sense of realism to the prop that a lot of the modern props just don't have. It's that little details here and there and added animation here or there that really makes a big difference. But yeah, that's about everything I have to say for him. He's a great piece. So glad to have him part of my collection. Huge thanks again to Chase for selling this guy to me. Totally, completely awesome piece. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I know this prop had a hard time with the hand staying up during activation, and being able to stay up so he could twiddle his hand, which is supposed to. What would happen with a lot of these is the arm would go up, and then as soon as it would hit the top, the weight of it would start to push it back down. This one is like one of the few I've seen that doesn't have that problem. When it goes up, it stayed up, and then when it needed to go back down, when that was programmed in, it would then go back down. But it's really neat that this one is, at least, it works so well that it even works the way in which, well, although it was intended to be that way, it wasn't produced that way, and this one still works as the way it was originally intended, which is really cool. But that's all I will say for this video. I'll wrap it up because I know it's already going on pretty long. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.